Good evening and welcome to the February edition of Curriculum Connection. I'm Medford's Curriculum Director, Laura Lundy. Tonight we will focus in on how the middle school is currently using technology in the classroom and what teachers are doing to get ready for almost 500 new internet-ready devices called Chromebooks. These technology advances have made their way into schools, and although reading, math, and science will always be taught in school, how these subjects are taught will continue to evolve due to the advances in technology. Sixth grade teacher Angie Stibbe says that her students have always learned about the rock cycle, but after taking part in a technology training during last month's in-service, she decided to add a technology twist.
In the past years, we have actually taught about the rock cycle, and then the kids did a rock cycle poster, and that just showed what they knew, and then they could use their artistic abilities. But this year, after Naomi Harm, why don't I switch it up and we will try out Popli, and they can make a graphic organizer instead of drawing a poster.
Students use the online tool called Popli to collaborate with their partner both in school and at home.
You can invite people to join your Popli as a collaborator to help work on it with you. So then you can have multiple people working on one thing at the same time.
Popli, like most technology, helps solve another age-old problem: accountability. How does a teacher grade students who work in a team?
Each person has to do work, and what's nice about Popli is it says which kids are working on certain things. So once one person has a Popli done, then it says their name on it, and then if another kid adds to it, it says their name on it. So instead of group work being graded as a whole, you can see how much effort both kids put into the Popli.
A few years ago, fifth grade teacher Kelly Ray received a classroom set of devices through a technology grant. Because of this, Mrs. Ray's classroom has been a model for what other classrooms may look like next year. One of the ways her students communicate is through an online site called Today's Meet. Fifth grade student Morgan explains.
Miss Ray usually asks us like yesterday, we had to type one thing that we learned about today in the article that we read.
And what did you learn today?
I learned that at the bottom of the sea there's a whole 2,000 more creatures.
For a few years now, 8th grade language arts teacher Tracy Schumacher has had her high-interest English class using computers almost daily.
We read on the internet now. We watch videos and critique and analyze different elements of literature, both in all sorts of different modalities on the internet now. They converse with one another. They learn how to appropriately interact with one another via the written word.
Due to the limited computer lab time, however, Mrs. Schumacher can only provide daily technology-based activities to one of her English classes.
Because of the limited availability of the technology, I only get to use, our high-interest language arts, we use it every day. We're in the lab. My other classes, it's hit or miss when we can get in there, so I'm infusing what I can, but I can't do a lot.
Next year, with the addition of classroom Chromebooks for all social studies and language arts classrooms, Mrs. Schumacher plans to expand her online lessons to all of her students.
Everybody's going to be able to do this. My students are going to be able to have the opportunity to learn in this platform. I think that I can offer so many more things. Quizzes online for everybody, right there, checkpoints to see if they're understanding a concept. The whole idea of exit slips. Those things are great, but when they're on paper, and you don't have prep till the end of the day, you can't get back. It's the immediacy of a response that I'm going to be able to let the kids know, hey, you're right on, or you need to work on this. So I think those things are going to be the biggest benefits of having the Chromebooks right there.
Another age-old favorite in schools is the science fair. Traditionally, students would set up their projects in a classroom gym, but now with the advent of sites like the Army's eCyber mission, science fairs have taken on a whole new venue. Middle school science teacher Janine Galehouse explains.
And being it's an online science fair, you're not going to walk into a gymnasium anymore and see the projects, etc., like you did in old times. What you're going to see are students working here on their projects, but then they're going to upload all of their charts, graphs, photos, interview questions, etc., into an online learning platform.
The technology may have changed the venue of the science fair, but the science is the same. 8th graders Sam and Chet explain their project.
We're doing an online project that requires hypotheses and much scientific data to acquire your results.
What was the problem that you had to solve?
We were looking to see if there was any results in or if there are effects of gum if you chew it. Does it give you cancer, or is there are your teeth cleaner, or do we benefit anything from chewing gum?
Another advantage of technology is its ability to personalize learning. In 5th and 6th grade, every student receives an extra dose of reading practice tailored to their individual reading level. This is possible because of internet-based programs like Achieve 3000.
You read articles and then you take tests and then you write a summary at the end.
And what are you learning?
How to become a better reader and that you really understand it.
Right now, because teachers have to schedule time for computers, the Achieve program is only used at a set time of day. But next year, with the addition of Chromebooks, students will have access at all times. And now for a history lesson. By inventing the printing press, Gutenberg made books inexpensive and accessible. By inventing the assembly line, Henry Ford made cars inexpensive and accessible. And now, because we can save data to the cloud instead of a hard drive, devices like the Chromebook are more affordable and accessible for our students. And we can only imagine what's coming next. For Curriculum Connection, I'm Laura Lundy.